In the tranquil landscapes of Canada, a war rages between two mighty biker gangs, plunging the nation into chaos. The Hells Angels and the Outlaws, locked in a bitter struggle for supremacy, tear through the criminal underworld, leaving destruction in their wake. At the center of this violent storm stands a figure who strikes fear into the hearts of his enemies. Maurice Boucher, the Hells Angels' ruthless hitman and an emblem of unyielding ambition. The rise of a hitman. In the quiet corners of Canada, where tranquility seems to reign, the battle for supremacy between rival biker gangs rages on. It is in this tumultuous landscape that Maurice Boucher's story begins. Born into a family plagued by violence and turmoil, Boucher's upbringing was far from idyllic. His alcoholic father's reign of terror cast a dark shadow over their lives, while his mother struggled to hold the family together. As Boucher reached his teenage years, he found solace in the grip of drugs, descending into addiction that would shape his future. With limited prospects and a troubled past, he dropped out of school and embarked on a path paved with crime. It didn't take long for him to commit his first robbery, a mere glimpse into the world of illicit activities that would become his reality. Boucher's criminal career gained momentum as he delved deeper into the seedy underbelly of society. In and out of prison, his name became synonymous with danger and ruthlessness. The Hells Angels, with their brutal tactics and unwavering brotherhood, captivated him. Admiring their power and their ability to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies, he found his calling. Embracing the Hells Angels' twisted ideology, Boucher quickly ascended through their ranks, becoming their top hitman. With a penchant for violence and a willingness to carry out their most heinous acts, he earned his place among their elite. Boucher's ferocity and attention to detail earned him the nickname Mom, reflecting his micromanagement style and his relentless pursuit of perfection. Under Boucher's leadership, the Hells Angels forged a reign of terror, overpowering rival gangs at every turn. His brutal tactics struck fear into the hearts of their adversaries, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. However, as Boucher's power grew, so did the attention of law enforcement agencies and the public. The Lennoxville Purge. Amidst the escalating conflict, a devastating incident known as the Lennoxville Purge sends shockwaves through the criminal underworld. The Hells Angels, fearing a tarnished reputation and under intense police scrutiny, make the decision to eliminate the Laval chapter, which they believed has outlived its usefulness. However, fate intervenes as Boucher finds himself unable to attend the meeting due to his detox clinic stay. The Laval chapter members who do attend unknowingly walk into a deadly trap, leading to a massacre that still echoes in infamy. A betrayal and cooperation. Feeling betrayed by his own gang, Boucher takes a drastic turn. He chooses to cooperate with the police, revealing vital information that leads to the arrest of 39 Hells Angels members. This shocking turn of events deals a severe blow to the notorious criminal organization, but little do they know that their actions have awoken a new threat. A man who seeks not only to join the Hells Angels, but to lead them into their next war. Enter Maurice Boucher. Maurice Boucher, with his charismatic presence and ruthlessness, assumes a leadership position within the Hells Angels. His ambition knows no bounds as he sets his sights on eliminating their rivals, the Outlaws, and establishing ultimate power in Quebec. With cunning tactics and relentless attacks, Boucher and the Hells Angels gradually decimate the Outlaws, driving them out of Quebec and solidifying their dominance. The Rocker War. As the Hells Angels revel in their hard-earned dominance, a formidable adversary rises from the shadows, challenging their reign with unwavering determination. The Rock Machine Nomads, led by Salvatore Cassetta, a former comrade of Maurice Boucher, stands as a force to be reckoned with. The emergence of the Rock Machine ignites a spark that ignites the streets of Montreal, transforming them into a relentless battlefield. Explosions echo through the city as bombs are set off, leaving destruction in their wake. Bullets pierce the air, each shot a declaration of defiance. The war between the Hells Angels and the Rock Machine intensifies, the stakes higher than ever before. Both sides suffer significant casualties as the conflict escalates, leaving a trail of bloodshed and fear in its wake. The people of Montreal find themselves trapped in a web of violence and uncertainty. The streets they once called home become a battleground filled with tension and paranoia. The once peaceful neighborhoods now bear the scars of a bitter war, with innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire. Law enforcement agencies strain to maintain control as the rival factions clash. Investigators navigate a treacherous landscape, gathering intelligence and striving to bring an end to the bloodshed. However, the Rock Machine's network runs deep, making it challenging for the authorities to dismantle their operations. In the face of escalating violence, the city's residents live in constant fear, unsure of what each day may bring. The Rocker War casts a dark shadow over Montreal, leaving its mark on the community and forever changing the criminal landscape. As the conflict rages on, it becomes clear that neither side is willing to back down, fueling the fire that engulfs the city. Amidst the chaos, innocent lives are lost and the fabric of the community is torn apart. The Rocker War stands as a stark reminder of the destructive power of organized crime and the far-reaching consequences it has on society. It's a chapter in Canadian history that will forever be etched in the collective memory, a testament to the relentless pursuit of power and the devastating consequences it can unleash. Operation Wolverine. Amidst the chaos and rising death toll, a glimmer of hope emerges as Operation Wolverine takes center stage. Led by the tenacious Andre Bouchard, a team of investigators embark on a mission to restore peace and bring justice to the beleaguered city. With each passing day, Bouchard and his dedicated colleagues delve deeper into the intricate workings of the criminal underworld. They meticulously gather evidence, follow leads, and identify key players in the violent saga that has plagued Montreal. Their resolve remains unshakable, driven by a shared commitment to protect the innocent and bring those responsible for the bloodshed to justice. Through sleepless nights and countless hours of investigation, Operation Wolverine slowly but surely unravels the secrets behind the Rocker War. With each breakthrough, the investigators gain valuable insights into the inner workings of the rival factions. They expose corruption, dismantle criminal networks, and bring down key figures who had once seemed untouchable. Despite facing significant obstacles, including corruption within the police force itself, Bouchard and his team remain resolute. Their pursuit of truth and justice serves as a beacon of hope for the wary citizens of Montreal who yearn for an end to the violence that has plagued their streets. As Operation Wolverine presses forward, the walls begin to close in on Maurice Boucher and his associates. The net tightens and the once untouchable criminal empire starts to crumble. The relentless efforts of Bouchard and his team pave the way for a turning point in the Rocker War as the city inches closer to reclaiming its peace and security. A conviction and fallout. With the conviction of Maurice Boucher, a collective sigh of relief echoes through the streets of Montreal. The man who once held the city in the grip of fear is now behind bars, serving a life sentence for his crimes. But the impact of his actions and the Rocker War he orchestrated cannot be easily forgotten. The fallout from Boucher's reign of terror spreads like ripples in a pond, extending far beyond his imprisonment. The power dynamics within the criminal underworld undergo a seismic shift. The Hells Angels, once an untouchable force, find themselves weakened and vulnerable in the absence of their charismatic leader. The vacuum left by Boucher's absence leaves room for new players to emerge and vie for control, setting off a chain reaction of power struggles and alliances. Law enforcement agencies seize the opportunity to dismantle organized crime networks that had long operated with impunity. Investigations intensify, targeting not only the Hells Angels, but also their connections to the broader world of criminal enterprises. Key figures are apprehended, their operations disrupted, and their ill-gotten gains seized. The reverberations of Boucher's actions also extend to the Rizzuto family, a dominant force in the Quebec Mafia. The disruption caused by the Rocker War prompts internal power struggles in the shifting landscape of alliances, further weakening the criminal empire that once held considerable influence. As the dust settles, Montreal begins to heal from the wounds inflicted by the Rocker War. Communities come together, refusing to be held hostage by the violence that once plagued their streets. Law enforcement agencies forge stronger bonds with citizens, determined to prevent a resurgence of criminal activity and maintain the hard-won peace.